coming to you one more time to be able to share with you that which is impressed in my heart. Yeah, so it's been a while, almost 1 month since I did my last video. That is because I've been held up in other stuff. Yeah, but I'm here. Yeah, so I hope you're doing great. Having a wonderful morning, having a wonderful afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, and keep safe and stay healthy. Okay, that is very important. Yeah, so wow, today I'm gonna talk about choosing a partner. Okay, yeah, somebody may ask me a question of, are you married yourself? I come across these kind of questions, and that is why I'm here, because I believe there's somebody out there who is also kind of meeting this kind of questions, and you just don't want to give in to the pressures of the society. Okay, yeah, and I'm not asking somebody to be rude. I'm not asking somebody to you know um disobey their elders. I'm just saying that we have to be you. Okay, yes. So please, before I can start, I request that if you are a first timer watching my videos, kindly subscribe. Okay, subscribe and hit that bell so that you may be able to be notified when I do other videos, or when I upload the new video. And again, give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah, that is if you like what I'm doing and if you have been blessed by this message. Yeah. So back to business. I've come across so many women and men, and it reaches some point of life. Either you get the pressure from um, from the society, you're getting pressure from your loved ones, and it may be pressure because of job. Maybe you're looking for a job and you haven't gotten, and so behind your mind you're like, you'll just want to get somebody who can sponsor you, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so whatever intentions that is pushing you to get a life partner, that is what we are here to talk about now. Because I've realized that many people get into relationships or get into marriages with hidden agendas. Most people get into relationships with expectations, and if the expectations are not met, then they cut themselves off. Okay, they come to you expecting, because they saw you and they saw potential. Okay, so, and they saw all their burdens and problems solved, and so while they're here, they're just buying time to see if their expectations are going to be met. And if they are not met, then they don't want anything to do with you. It's like a contract. Relationships, marriages are not like jobs where you just come in and sign a contract, and if the business or if the job doesn't go well, then you resign. So the moment we are going to realize the reason why We have to come into somebody's life and not as a toy to play around with. The earlier it will be for us, the better it will be for us. Okay? Yeah. So I hope my point is going to be home, and I'd love to hear your views. Yeah? Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to say. When we come into relationships, when you meet somebody for the first time, we have that love at first sight. We have those people who probably met through a mutual friend. We have those who are connected by maybe a relative or your parents. Okay? So whichever way that you met, did you connect? Because there has to be that connection. If there's no connection from the word go, then there's no way that you two are going to blend. If there's no connection from the word go, there's no way that you two will blend. And another thing that I want to say is this. Taking time, in as much as you might have been connected with your parents, you might have been connected by a relative, you might have been connected by a friend, you have to take your time. I mean, if the jobs that we apply for, we are given probation period for maybe 3 months, some places are 6 months, for you to be proven fit for that position that you have applied for, then how is it that you will meet somebody within 1 month or few weeks, and then you're like, you've already fallen in love with them? They say there's love at first sight, but that doesn't approve the fact that you have to move in the following day and start living as a husband and wife, right? There has to be that period of time given where you are studying somebody, you want to get to know them. In as much as we learn from each other, we know each other as days progress by. But you cannot learn somebody when you're staying together with them. Okay, you don't bring in somebody into your home and say you're going to study them. You're going to learn their character. What if it doesn't work out and already you're staying together? Babies are being born in this process of knowing each other. Then you just put that person away. And this one is bringing me into the point of, this is why we have a lot of single mothers, we have a lot of single dads out there, because of this kind of thing. Okay? And I pray that you may be able to take our time and dig deep when it comes to relationships. My point number, this brings me to this point. How someone reacts when they're under pressure, it depicts who or what they are in their nature. Character is something that you cannot hide. And we have these people who keeps on praising others. You're just getting to know somebody, and because they try to play cool when they're around you, especially men are very good at this, they're trying to play cool when they're around you, and you will just fall into their trap. But how about we take time and wait for tough times to introduce who they really are? Because How somebody solves an issue or handles a situation when they are under pressure. That is who they are. Leave alone the other smiles and the good talks when things are just okay. Wait until tough times. Wait until this person is gotten into some pressure and see how they're handling the situation. In as much as they may fake it, they may not fake it for long. It will eventually come out. Character is like a pregnancy, you cannot hide it. It will eventually come out. So we have to take our time to study the people that we want to have as life companions. Okay, because what I always say is this: it is much more easier to break a relationship than to break a marriage. So taking time to get to know somebody, and if you feel that whatever character they are portraying, you can handle it, then go ahead and marry them. Go ahead and continue courting them. Okay? But if you feel that how they're handling situations is something that you cannot contain, look at how they respond to their moms. If it is a man, if it is a woman, look at how she's reacting, maybe towards the parents or something like that. Then from there you'll be able to know, is this the person that I want to stay with? Is this person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Okay? Because somebody who loses it, who cannot handle pressure, is not fit for a life partner. They are not ready. They maybe are carrying bitterness from within them, which needs to be solved first before they can move in with someone. Okay? So we have to take caution and we have to be very, very careful when it comes to this. Okay? I want to talk about the danger of giving in to people asking you why you are still single. The danger of giving in to people asking you why you are still single. And as I said when I was starting, that I meet this kind of questions every day. Somebody asking you, oh, you talk to people and you give them counsel, but how is it that you're still single? Okay, so I will tell you this. We come from different places, and you can never know why somebody has chosen to be single or why somebody is still single, because some of us have a lot of burdens that we are carrying. Okay, you have maybe siblings, you have your parents that you need to take care of, and you have yourself to take care of. So if you're still in that position where you cannot be able to take care of yourself, you cannot be able to take care of your family, then you want to move in, you want to bring in another person into your life. Can you imagine if you're a woman, maybe working, and the salary that you're getting is not even enough to take care of you and your family, and then you want to bring in another person? It's like you're carrying all the burden from your home and bringing into this person's life. I know they say people cost share, but when you're getting into marriage, what are you bringing on the table? Are you bringing the burdens? Because in the world that we live in today, you will meet these people who the first question they ask you is, what do you do for a living? and how much do they pay you? And I've always wondered, why should somebody ask this kind of questions? Why should somebody ask these questions? And the answer that I was coming with was, most of them want to know if, are you bringing in, are you going to bring in something that is going to add value into their life, or you're going to be that person who is going to take away the value in their life, or take away that which they have already invested in. So we have to work extra hard, not only as a woman but as a man, especially men. If you're not still in a position to take care of even yourself, to buy yourself a nice suit, to buy yourself a nice shoes, a nice belt, and then you want to bring in another person into your life who will want to make a hair, who will want to have a nice clothes, who will want to have a nice handbag, and you have you're going to introduce a third party here who is probably a child. So we find pressure coming in, and this is why lots of young marriages are full of drama. People are fighting because there was no agreement. You did not come to an agreement when it pertained financial matters, how you were going to handle your finances, or who was going to do what, and and you didn't weigh. So we just want to avoid this idea of, young marriages, or rather marriages in general, breaking up because there were some things that were not discussed from the word go. Okay? So please, as we are continuing, I would love to know your views, hear your views through the comment section. So kindly let me know. Have you come across these kind of questions where people are questioning you, why is it that you're not married? Because they're looking at you and they're seeing a potential maybe wife, and they wonder why you are not married. And then again, how are you handling the situation? You giving in to the pressure such that you'll have to fall for anything in the name of a husband or in the name of a wife? Yeah, so let me know your thoughts. And again, do we understand the implications of choosing a life partner? Do we understand the implications of choosing a life partner? It is so sad how we do due diligence when we want to buy a property, or when you're getting into a business deal with someone, or with a company, and we forget about matters of the heart. If you cannot just jump into a business with someone without doing due diligence about this person, if you cannot just jump into a company and sign a contract with them before doing due diligence and know the status of that company, then how is it that we always don't take time when it comes to matters of the heart, such that we just jump on people? We just jump on people, and you meet somebody today and you have already opened up to them and told them everything about you and about your family. I said this in one of my videos, that when you're meeting somebody and getting to know them, it's not like you're in a therapy session where you have to start telling your problems and all your family matters to the person in order for you to be understood. So doing due diligence to know, we call it background check. Okay, to get to know someone, get to know who they are. And this one, we say that we have to do it in a very appropriate way, because you can do the research about somebody either through the social media, or if you are connected by someone, you can go through that person and let them tell you more about the friend that you're getting to know. And this, we say we have to be very, very careful, not to go into the FBI mode, where you want to dig so much deep. There's some basics that you as a person would love to know about the person that you are getting to meet. So we just have to be very careful again while doing the background check, because some might not end well. Okay, we have these people who don't like when somebody goes ahead and asks other people about them rather than asking them. So we have to be very careful while doing the background check. So doing due diligence while getting to know somebody is very, very important, rather than wait until you've moved in with them and then you start doing this kind of checks. And again, sometimes, rejection is not all about you. Okay, and this is going to take me to the next point. Rejection is not all about you. Okay, sometimes rejection is not all about you. It may be the person is going through something. Like, let me say, as a man, you have seen this woman and you're seeing a potential future wife, okay, or a potential girlfriend, and you just want to get to know them, and then you approach them and they respectfully say no. Okay, don't take this no as, because I've seen or I've heard so many men being bitter, saying maybe they were rejected because they don't have they're not rich, or they don't have enough money. And some will say they were rejected because maybe they don't have good looking, something like that. Whichever way that you have always perceived to have been rejected. But how about if you take your time to get to know why this person said no? Because sometimes it's not all about you, it's about them. Maybe at that point when you approached them, they were going through something, or maybe they felt like they are not in a position to be able to bring in somebody in their life as either a boyfriend, or maybe a partner, future partner, like a husband. Okay, so their no may be about them, but not about you. As time goes by, as you get to know these people, then you will know why they say that. You can sometimes start with friendship, just being a mutual friend. And as time goes by, you realize that this is the reason why this person said no to me. Okay? And same applies to women. The fact that a man said no when you thought that you're working something out doesn't necessarily mean that that man doesn't love you, that man didn't see potential in you. Sometimes it's about whatever they are going through, and most of it is always about you know I met this friend who kept on avoiding me, and no matter how many times we had scheduled the meeting, and then we just remained friends. And later on, one day he opened up and he told me the reason why he was doing that is because he was going through something and he just didn't want us to meet anyhowly, Yeah, and I understood him from that point of view. And I was like, what about if I could have just taken it personal and decided to block the person and, decide that I don't want to do anything to do with them because they took me for granted? So taking time to get to know somebody or get to know the reason why they do the things they do or say the things they say is very, very important. Okay? So we have talked about doing due diligence, and that is, you can call it background check. We have talked about taking our time to understand somebody is also very, very important. And also, not going into the FBI mode as you are getting to know somebody or you're doing your background check is also very, very important. And also get to understand the mental status of someone. Get to understand the mental status of someone. Don't just jump into people. Somebody like me, I'm a very sensitive person, okay? And it requires somebody who is understanding to be able to deal with me, okay? Yeah, because if I meet another sensitive person, then there's no way that we can be able to work things out. Because I am the kind of person who takes things or words seriously, such that if 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 somebody utters something, then I have to take my time to dig deep onto that which was said. And in as much as some people may say it like, oh, it was just a joke, um, I believe that whatever you say is what was within your heart. So in as much as we want to always try to cover it up in a way to make it look like it was just a joke, I don't buy that. So let us take our time. And again, when you feel you've reached that stage where you want to bring in somebody in your life, prayer is very vital during this time, because you're going to make a decision that will affect your life here and the life to come. Okay? For example, you're somebody who is in the church, and your relationship with God you know very well. Then you want to meet somebody who loves clubbing, somebody who is in the world. You cannot bring in a grown-up person in your life and say they will change it with time. Or I'm going to try hard to ensure that, they change. We cannot do that. That is a work that belongs to God. So if you like this person, just like them but from a distance. Help them to pray. Be friends with them, but help them in prayers. Okay? But don't pray for them while you're already intact with them, because it may take a lifetime, and the possibility of you being conformed into their pattern is very, very high. Out of 10, maybe 2% or 1% have always worked out, such that the person who was in the world has been drawn unto God. But the remaining percentage has always been the other way around. So you have to be very wise in your choices and put God first while you're making this kind of decisions. Don't give in to the pressures that the society is offering, because this has made so many of our women, so many of our men to bring in people in their life that they live to regret why they even met them. So at some point, because you know yourself, you have to give deaf ears unto the voices that are coming from the side. We have to give deaf ears. As long as you know yourself, you know you're taking care of yourself. And during this time when you decide to stay single, because you don't want to be jumping from one person to the other in the name of you are single. So as you're waiting for that person, pray that God will be able to direct you and direct the right person into your life. I hope the points are home, and please, I would love to know your views. Please let me know, and don't forget to subscribe if you are a new person. Thank you so much for those who have supported me all this way. And again, I'll be able to attach some of the articles that I'm doing or that I've written, so that you may be able to uh, read some of them, yeah, when you get time. And I pray that God may be able to guide you as you are looking for that person, that Mr. Right, that the queen of your life, the king of your life, and may God's blessings be with you.